get it correct. And then, do you want what would you like your title to be?
President.
What would be the correct?
Presidential candidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just go ahead.
Okay. So my name is Joshua David Usera, Joshua Davidusera. The cool thing about my last name is you can make it sound like the us era. So all of a sudden, I'm thinking about everyone, all humans on planet Earth. They're part of the us era. Or it could just be the United States era. Either one, we're going to have some fun.
Well, it's pretty cool. Did you come up with that yourself?
I didn't choose my name, you know what I mean? But I guess I am a martial artist, so I'm creative, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So is that kind of is that the kind of the slogan, the kind of campaign trail that you want to go with?
Yes, the Usera. Vote for Josh Usera.
And so first off, let's kind of take it back. When did you decide that you wanted to be a candidate for president?
Yeah, you bet. To some degree, it started when I was young. I did several different school activities, presentations where I was George Washington, and I had to dress up like George Washington and act like George Washington. That was part of Forum of Famous Faces, which is a school program like that when I was in middle school and everything. So to some degree, it was already an idea early in life. Only realistically, it became a idea. Well, in the last few years, I started thinking, who's going to follow Barack Obama, man? In my opinion, he's done a pretty good deal. He's done a good job, and anyone who follows him is going to have to know what they're talking about. And so I was like, well, if no one else is going to be able to do it, I'll do it. And like I mentioned, I feel like this whole process is the American dream. That's the thing that makes this country unique compared to all other countries, is that any person at any level within the country can go from the bottom to the top, and vice versa, top to the bottom. We have that flexibility that's, again, a unique characteristic to the United States of America. And in my mind, I'm surprised I'm the unique one right now, because I just turned 35. I'm planning on running for president a lot until I win.
So let's kind of talk about your background. So you said you've got a martial arts background. You've got, I know you have a big family.
Yes.
Did this kind of, after years and years, what you were doing in life, you kind of wanted to just change routes, or?
Correct. To some degree, well, first of all, I grew up in the martial arts, so I never knew life without martial arts, right? As a martial arts instructor, sensei, I always was telling people to do the best that you can, to seek out every opportunity that you see is available. So I already have told other people, you should run for president, you should run for president, you should run for president. So just eventually I was like, well, hey, you know what I mean, let's go. You know what I mean? If I'm not going to win, you better. You know what I mean? So you're part of the us era. We all win.
So what about all of your family, your friends? Has everyone been supportive? Have people been kind of contemplating,
yes.
Is he serious, or how is it going?
Correct, yeah. I've seen both sides of the story, you know what I mean? The people closest to me, my family, it's not that they don't believe in me, but they do think I'm crazy, a little bit. But it's just because they don't see what I see on a daily basis. They don't get the feedback that I get on a daily basis, you know what I mean? Now, people should start paying attention.
So let's kind of switch gears a little bit, but what's one thing that, if you become president, what's one thing that is the main issue you would want to tackle?
I would start looking at my highest levels of organization. I would look at my military. I would look at the military and I would treat them as samurai. And I would say, from this point forward, you should be acting in the best way possible. You are what we are. That how you act, we will follow you. You know what I mean? The samurai, so military, law enforcement, anyone who is being paid to possibly have to kill somebody, you're a samurai. I'm a ninja. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to look at the people. It's us. It's us. We can't be complaining because we're the ones who are doing it. You know what I'm saying? So again, try to get everyone motivated, inspired, empowered. You know what I mean? And say, hey, if you're not doing anything, don't complain. USA. Everyone wants to be here, be happy.
Now, you said something about when the author was following you around, you had to take him and introduce him to your probation officer.
Yes.
So what are some things, like what is your background and why do you have a probation officer?
Perfect, yeah. A couple years ago I got my 3rd DUI. I'm currently on felony probation. Actually, Black Hills Fox News has video footage of me being arrested. So this is interesting that we get both sides of the story a little bit. But I believe in transparency. That's the whole deal, right? A lot of people are losing faith because they cannot see transparency. You know, so I felt it was only right for me to introduce the author, Craig Thomas, to everybody. So my PO, you know, I just thought it'd be for fun. You know, I was like, hey, you know, whatever. I wanted to let her know that I'm doing stuff. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, right? Trying to do the right thing. Funny thing is that I actually had just had a warrant issued the day before for a speeding ticket that I hadn't paid yet. So then she told me while he was there with me in her office that I have a warrant. That's transparency.
So do you think do you think that you're a very relatable person, that people will vote for you because they can relate to you?
Yes.
Now, what makes you so relatable, would you say?
Because I'm one of us.
Now, let's see. I'm trying to think how I'm
Hashtag speechless.
Yes. No, I guess let's talk like a little bit about you individually. Yeah. So when you're trying to pitch your campaign to people, you want people to follow you and have that same dream that you have.
Yes.
How are you going to get them to believe in you, see your message? What things do you have to get across to the public to follow you?
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of my philosophy is going to be based on jujitsu, which is a martial art. Translated, it means gentle way. So a lot of my stuff is going to be around this idea of what's the nicest thing to do? What's the most respectful thing to do? And that's what we will do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I was an entrepreneur for 15 years. I opened up a business at 19. I retired at 34 because I knew I was going to be busy running for president. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that business experience and, combined with my martial arts experience, create a new experience, for everyone to essentially learn from, benefit from, and hopefully copy for a long time. It will be called Alpha Beta. We'll talk about it later.
Now, what about, I just lost my question. You made me laugh and then I was thrown off. What was I going to say?
I can keep saying stuff.
No, I was going to ask about the form that you had to, file.
Correct.
So when did you do that, and what's kind of like the process? You filed, what happens next?
Yeah,
and when did you file?
Yeah, exactly. There's two forms. I think it's called FEC Form 1 or FEC Form 2, right? So one of them is basically just saying, I am a presidential candidate. Anyone can do that. So if you're watching, if you don't want to vote for me, fill out your form for presidential candidacy. You know what I mean? I'll vote for you, maybe, if my name's anyway. All right, okay, so, but yeah, so you fill out these forms, send it into Washington. I'm moving with the story, right? I will eventually get my name onto the South Dakota ballot, hopefully. I might have to do a lot of work in between now and then, but I didn't want to do the work before people saw me, you know what I mean? So now people can see me and help us win this next presidency, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm encouraging everybody, especially locally in Rapid City, my community. I'm trying to bring money to this town. I'm not trying to be funny, okay? Everyone should take advantage of this opportunity. If you would like to have a presidential candidate come to wherever you are at, your business, your organization, your home, your church, your senior citizens home, whatever, I'm free, you know what I mean? We can even make money off of it, right? You can charge people to walk through the door. Anyone want to debate me? I'm ready, let's go, all right? You know what I mean? So local community, take advantage, use me, you know what I mean? Use me to help you make money.
Now what about like your background? Are you like kind of every other politician where you're trying to read up on so many different things? Are you like, what do you do in your free time? Are you
Yeah.
very much so looking at all these different issues, or what kind of things do you do?
So I got all my roommates here, and we're talking about my free time, right? Anyway, all right, okay. So, well, this goes back to my philosophy. The advantage that I have over most candidates is I've already chosen a way. I've already chosen how I'm going to speak. I've already chosen how I'm going to act. So lately, in my free time, I've just been waiting for someone to come and put me on TV. All I need is a mic. All night. Yeah. So, let's see here.
What about the author that's been following you around? So, I mean, would you kind of see this as a successful kind of thing that's happening for you? I mean, regardless of how this goes,
Yes.
you're going to be able.
Yes. No attention is bad attention. Right? I'm getting attention. So everything is going good. The book, this stuff was not planned, right? It's not like I knew this when I filled out that form. I didn't know you were going to be here today when I was filling out that form. But I knew in order for anything to happen, I have to fill out the form. So I filled out the form, and I started waiting. You know what I mean? And now it's just, it's turning over. So again, everyone in Rapid City, South Dakota, let's win this thing, man. Let's make this a president's town right now. Mount Rushmore, 30 minutes away from here. I've stood on top of Mount Rushmore, and I wasn't even the president.
What about the book, the author that kind of followed you around?
Yeah.
What is he going to be writing about you?
The book is called The Can't It Dates. The point of the book is to try to expose people who are running for president that normally don't get attention because they don't have the money to buy attention, right? Well, I'm one of those people. Most people in my own city look at me and say, you can't become president. Well, makes me a great candidate for the book called The Candidates, and there's about 13 or 14 other people like me around the country who are going to be a part of this book. So at the very least, it exposes my name, okay? I choose fame, all right? Yeah, I don't know.
Are you excited for it?
Super excited. Can't wait, can't wait.
When is he supposed to have this book?
So the 6-month window, maybe, you know, I think he's going to be traveling still for a couple weeks. He's in Chicago right now. It'll take, you know, a little bit of time for him to organize the book to some degree. He's still waiting to see what his opportunity will be. He can't sell the book until he has a book, right? So he's going to finish the book. I know he's looking at a possible reality TV show associated with the candidates. So potentially I'll be on that show. I would assume so.
So there's, I mean, plenty of opportunity for.
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Rapid City, South Dakota, you're the only ones who can hold me down.
Now, what am I leaving out? You've covered a lot of different topics,
Yep.
and I love what you've had to say. So
Yep.
is there anything that I haven't asked you that you specifically wanted to talk about today?
What do you guys think?
It's all you.
No.
It's all you.
No, it's all us. Look at them. They're us, right? They're us. Us there. Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah.
should be pretty good. Get some video.
Can I say vote for me? Right?
Sure.
Can I say everybody, all humans on planet Earth, especially people living in the United States of America, vote for me in 2016. I'll be the greatest president, except for all the ones before me.
Perfect.
Usera.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can take